everyone, I'm Julia, and today I'll be teaching you how to serve overhand in volleyball. Now, serving is very crucial in volleyball. Every single player has to know how to serve. A lot of people start with an underhand serve where they gently just kind of punch the ball out of their hands onto the other court, outside of the court, and that's okay. You can start there, but it's not a place you want to stay because those are rather easy for the other team to pass up. It's like an underhand toss, it just kind of floats down, whereas an overhand toss, you can throw it down more so. So every server strives for what is called an ace. An ace is when the other team fails to pick it up. This can be because there was a hole in the court and there was no player there, so they didn't have any time to get to it, or they thought it was out but it was in, or maybe it was even too hard of a ball to pass up so it bounces off their arm and goes out. So as long as it's 2 passes or under, and they failed to make it back over the net or fail to get that 3rd pass and score on us, that it's considered an ace for us. And that is very exciting. Every single person loves an ace. Every single player will strive for an ace. Now, these are considered free points. We call these free points because you're not physically or mentally exhausting yourself. Whereas throughout the game, you're always on your feet, you're always moving, you're always preparing for the next thing. Now, you're also mentally exhausting yourself because you're always looking for the other team's weaknesses. You're always strategizing. And that's exciting. That's what makes the game so intense and fun to watch. But it's good to give your teammates just a little bit of a break. It's good to let them pull themselves back together. You know, it's important to stay composed during the sport, any sport really. So aces are a great way to lift the team's spirits. There's chants about them, the audience and crowds of people who are watching, they love it. It's super exciting. So first thing I want to teach you is the stance. So I said it before, I'm teaching you an overhand serve because you'll have more power, control, and consistency, and I hopefully will be able to teach you that. So first thing I'm going to teach you is the stance. You're going to determine your dominant hand. Obviously, I do not have a court right now, no access to a court, so I'm in my backyard, and you can do this wherever and whenever you want, as long as you've got a ball. So you're going to point your toe at the court. My court is that way, so I'm going to point my toe opposite my dominant hand at the court. I'm going to point my knee along with that. I'm also going to align my shoulder with that. This is going to be your tossing arm. So this is the ball, this is the arm that you toss the ball up with, and then you'll swing and hit it. So you want to keep this somewhat straight for the most part, and you want to keep it just at a comfortable height. It doesn't have to be directly like this. You don't have to have a super intense stance. You can just, as long as you're relaxed and comfortable. And I'm going to repeat that a few times because it's just important in each part of your stance. You want to be steady and relaxed. Now, for the hand that you're serving with, your dominant hand, you're gonna pull back behind your head a little bit. Now, it's gonna be about a 90-degree angle, and you're just gonna pull it back to where you feel like a little bit of stretch right here. You don't wanna pull it back too hard, because when you swing, you can pull something in your shoulder and back, and that's no fun. You really don't wanna do that. And as for this leg, I put most of my weight into this leg. I kind of stand on my toe for this leg. Now you can do it very extreme, or you can do it, more subtle, whichever works for you. Remember, just as long as you're comfortable and steady and just relaxed. Now we're gonna talk about the toss and the swing for the upper body. The toss is a light, just easy little toss. Now you wanna do it to where the extension of your arm is going to be able to reach at its highest point. I say highest point as in the toss overall, not meaning that you throw the ball super high into the sky and wait for it to fall. Because the problem with that is if you throw it too high and you're waiting for it to fall, it's going to mess up your timing, and even if you do time it, you're not going to be able to get on top of the ball. You're not going to be able to have as an effective serve. So you also don't want to throw it too far down or low, because then you'll swing straight down and it's gonna go probably even on your side of the court, and that's not good because it didn't go over the net, probably didn't even get to the net, and it's embarrassing, and it's giving the other team a free point and a serve, and they didn't work for it at all. All you did was mess up. So just a nice little simple toss, you know, and it doesn't have to be the exact length of your arm. Just general to where you can swing on top of that. Now, when you swing, you are crossing. That is why this shoulder points the court, because when you swing, you're squaring up with the court. You're turning. If you were to stand squared up with the court already and then cross over, your ball is going to go sideways. It's not going to go towards the court at all, and it's going to be pretty embarrassing. Now, when you hit the ball, you want to have an open hand. I like to keep my palm open. You don't keep it direct like this, stiff. That's just going to make it hard. You don't do a fist, because a lot of people may think you get more power from hitting it with a fist, but you can break your knuckles that way, and you also lack complete control when you do that. Whereas you have your hand on the ball, you're shoving it in a way. It's a really nice and simple sensation that it's just a nice little smack. It's easy. It may seem hard to get all of this down, but it really isn't. It's all going to come together and honestly probably come pretty naturally. So as for your lower body half in the motion of actually swinging for the serve, is you're going to switch. So all my weight is on this leg, you're going to switch it to this leg, and you're going to kind of straighten that knee, and you're going to go on this toe now. So you're switching from one leg to the other. Now, I prefer to take a step personally, just because I get more power and momentum from that. So when I take a step, I don't stand completely sideways, because if I do so, I'll twist my knee. If I take a step, I get a lot more power from it, but you don't have to. You can get almost as much power, but it helps me run onto the court straight after that. There are a few rules when it comes to serving. You can't cross the line, you can't take too long, and you have one drop. You can't drop the ball more than once. Now I say this, if you have a bad toss, I can't hit that, so I let it drop and bounce up one time. That's completely fine. You just get one of those. And if it's a bad toss where you don't think you're gonna hit it, that's okay. You get a drop. Don't stress about it. Now, when you serve, you want to make sure that it's just one quick motion. And now I said I step, so I'm gonna show you how I step. Is I step and then I rotate my body a little more. So I stand a little more sideways because I'm already stepping in the direction, and then I'm rotating. Just wherever is comfortable for you, okay? So I'm just gonna do a light little toss. I'm gonna throw it up, and I'm gonna step. Now, I would generally run into a court afterwards, but you can also stay in place. All your strength and momentum is gonna lean towards the front of your body. That's all getting shoved into the ball. Now, you can do this whenever and wherever. It's a friendly scrimmage. Your friends maybe don't even know how to play volleyball. It's just a simple overhand serve. It's easy, it's effective, it's fun, and your power, as I mentioned before, comes from your momentum. Controlled and consistency is going to come from how much you practice. I practiced in my backyard to get better. It doesn't have to be a professional court or ball. It's just wherever you're comfortable, however you're comfortable, and it's going to come naturally. It's really easy. You can practice as much as you want. The thing about serving is it also ties in to hitting. If you know how to overhand serve, it's going to be a lot easier for you to hit the ball down or spike the ball down on the other team. Now, that's something that everyone loves about volleyball. It's their favorite part, is that really hard hit. So this was a step to that. Serving is also like hitting, because it's going down on the other side of the court. The other team may not be able to pick it up, but you're not working as hard. You're not running and jumping for it. You can do that. There are plenty of different kinds of serves. There's a jump spin, top spin, there's a float serve, jump float. There's literally endless types of serves you can do with an overhand serve. This is a great place to start and a great way to have an opportunity and advantage over your other teammates. I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you all learned from it. Thank you for watching.